everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Learning to Understand Electrical Principles. Today we're going to be discussing short and open circuits. So, what is an open circuit? Well, an open circuit's one where the current can't flow. So, if I were to put a resistor here, and then I would have another resistor. I'd have an open point there, a resistor. Now, the first thing you would assume is that we're going to have a voltage drop, VS, our voltage rise, and this is going to cause current to flow. Well, the problem is current's not going to flow because current can't jump this gap. It just can't. It can't jump it. So that means if there's no current, well, we're not going to have a volt drop across the resistor because the potential on this side is going to be the same as the potential on that side. Because the current is what causes the resistor to perform work. The current creates heat, which then causes the voltage to drop because of the work. So if the charge is the same on either side, then there's going to be no work done, meaning no voltage drop. So the total charge here is equal to that charge there. Now, because all the charge goes through here, none of the charge goes here. So then this charge will be 0, and the charge here will be 0. And this resistor will have no voltage drop because the charge is the same. But what you will notice is that this and this are the same, and this and this are the same. And what did we call voltage? Voltage is the change in potential. So there is actually a volt drop here because there's a change in potential there and there. And this change in potential will now equal to the source in this case. If I were to draw actually let me draw it here. Let me draw, if I were to draw a resistor here, so now a current will actually start to flow because the circuit can, because this current can actually reach that point. There's a path for it. So we end up getting voltage drops. So this will be V. I'm just going to call this V open. This will be our V1, V2, V3. Now you notice that once again, the potential here will be the same as the potential here because they share this entire branch. And then the potential here will be the same as well. Because not they share the same branch, they share the same node. So that means that actually, because this is a parallel circuit, that this potential change will be the same as this potential change, which means that V2 is equal to the V open. Now, there is one trick. There is one really big trick, and I was even caught by this. So, what happens if we do this? So now, our zero charge is here. Well, not our zero charge, but the charge, this charge is here, and this charge is here. So, the charge difference, the voltage drop across here and here, actually wouldn't occur because this section doesn't really have charge. It's weird. So there is this part won't have a voltage drop here or here. And I got caught with this because they did this in a question once. The voltage drop will actually occur between this point and this point, and that will be our V open. And that's pretty much the entire summary of open circuits. Now, a short circuit. A short circuit can only really happen in parallel. So, if we have a resistor like this, a short circuit basically bypasses a resistor. So, you know what? Let me make this a 3 resistor circuit like the one above. So we can agree, oh, sorry, that's a minus. So we can agree that positive charge, and we'll get this sort of charge thing because a current is flowing. We'll get that. Now, if we were to put a wire in parallel with this, this is our voltage source, this is our V1, this is our V2, this is our V3. Well, if we look at the node here, so this is the lower voltage here, you notice it stops here, but then you notice it travels down this wire, because wires, at least when you're working in school and university and all these sort of things, you'll very rarely have a wire that has resistance. And the resistance is almost always negligible. So you notice that actually this minus isn't a minus, it's a plus. And what did we just discuss with open circuits? Is if the voltage is the same at either side of the resistor, it's going to equal to 0, and therefore there will be no voltage drop. So a short circuit actually, it causes the current to decide to pick this side almost universally, because the current is so low. I mean, because the resistance is so low in this side, no current will actually flow through this wire. And so all the current decides to pick the path of least resistance, and it follows that through. And so this resistor is sort of bypassed. And that's all you really need to know with this. That's open and short circuits. Wasn't too bad. Thank you for your time.